Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Dems. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. If it's your first video, you know what to do, guys. Please make sure that you subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, and definitely leave a comment. All returning subscribers, thank you guys so much for coming back to another video. So guys, as you noticed, I just was wearing my mask. Unfortunately, I am actually COVID positive while doing this video for you guys right now. But you know what? Give thanks. My symptoms are mild, thankfully, and I'm on my road to recovery. Big round of applause. So what's today's video is about, guys? So today's video is all about understanding Canadian accent. Moving to a new country, how you speak is a big factor in relations to how you transition, the type of jobs you get, the way you integrate in society, understanding the language, speaking the language, and also understanding the accents, the many different accents that exist. But what I would like to say is different provinces has different way of speaking, in other words, different accents. So most of what I'm speaking about today is actually in relation to Alberta. You guys want to keep that in mind. I'm living in beautiful province of Alberta. Grande Prairie is where I am. Many of you guys will know that already. If you haven't, that's where I am, guys. So if you're watching this video and you're in Grande Prairie or you're in Alberta, please drop a comment and let me know some of the words that you guys find that you guys pronounce different than somebody else from somewhere else. Moving to Canada from Jamaica, we had to do a lot of adjustment in terms of how we speak, how we interpret words that are spoken to us, and different slangs, different every single thing. And that this video is really an effort to kind of give you guys a feedback and insight of what that is like, of the different words that that is pronounced differently, and also the different conversations that can be had. Let me say the quickest way to start a conversation in Canada in general is to speak about the weather. The weather is spoken about so much, and North America is actually known to speak about the weather more than anywhere else in the world. How's the weather? Oh, beautiful day today. Oh my God, it's so cold today. Oh, another rainy day. These are things that are spoken about on a daily basis. Persons in Canada speak about the weather more than they speak about any other topic. So if it is that you want to transition, if you want to break the ice, if you want to just start a conversation, the best way to do it is to speak about the weather. We found that strange, my family and I, when we moved to Canada, because coming from Jamaica, the weather wasn't always spoken about. Unless you are trying to like deflect a conversation or you're just not interested in whatever is being spoken about, you sarcastically say like stuff like, how's the weather? Sarcastically. But here in Canada is actually the best conversation starter. How's the weather is the best way to break the ice and the best way to keep the conversation going. If you guys agree or if you guys disagree, please drop a comment right down below and let me know. The other thing that I found challenging when I just moved to Canada was the way I spoke. Even when I was speaking English, I was speaking too fast. So I had to make a concerted effort to slow down my speech. So it almost sounded as if I was counting in my head. Like I was speaking, but I was like slowing down the words. Like for example, if I was saying, what classes do you have tomorrow? It would be like, hey, what classes do you have tomorrow? Right? Instead of, what classes do you have tomorrow? You get what I mean? So you have to like make a concerted effort to slow down the words. So it was like, it would be like, hey, do you have any classes tomorrow? Compared to, do you have any classes tomorrow? I found that because Jamaicans, we speak very fast. Our dialect patois, we join words together, so we speak extremely fast. Coming to Canada, we found that that was a conversation barrier, a communication barrier, and many persons found it difficult to understand what we were saying, even though we were speaking English. And you have to be very aware of the way you speak. If it is that you want to transition to Canada, I worked client facing, meaning that I had to see the public, I had to face the public. So that made my communication development a lot much better because I had like daily practice of interacting with Canadians, interacting with Albertans. So the more I interacted was the more I developed. And then eventually it became a point when I could have switched between my Albertan accent and also my Jamaican accent without it being affected in terms of when I speak other persons, they wouldn't even know that I'm Jamaican because I found out that listen, you adapt to where you are. So the way you speak determine the where you go, the type of job you get. When you go on an interview, they are trying to understand: do this person understand English? Does this person can speak English? And not only can you speak English, but can you speak in a way that is understood. And let me just tell you guys that many persons find it insulting when they're like telling you the same thing repeatedly. So as an immigrant, it's almost up to us to make sure that we are training ourselves to understand what the accent is, what the dialect is, what the language is, so that we can, transition into society seamlessly. Some of the words, guys, that was very, very astonishing to me when I just came was words like applicable. Now, many of you guys are watching this video from Jamaica. You guys are like, what did he just say? And many of you guys who are watching from Canada know exactly what I just said. Now, the word applicable is what we would say in Jamaica. But here in Alberta, it's not applicable, but it's applicable, right? So we would say not applicable, but in Alberta, it's not applicable. No, not applicable, right? So whilst we pronounce the words applicable in Jamaica and other parts of the world, here in Alberta and Canada, it's applicable, right? So when I first heard it, I was like, whoa, what are you saying? But then the more you speak, the more you get it, and then you definitely just adapt, right? Another word was data. Now, we know the word data. Of course, Jamaicans, that's what we say, data plan, data, how much data we have remaining. But here in Canada, it's not data, but it's data, right? It's the same word, but it's data. So it's data plan, it's database, it's data, right? So these are words that can confuse a lot of persons without even knowing that it's the same words, right? Another word is routes. Like, what route are you taking? What route are you driving today? What route are you going? For example, that's how we would say it in Jamaica. But here in Canada, it's not route, but it's route. Hey, what route are you taking? What route are you going? What route should I take? Right? It's the same word, but it's pronounced much differently. So when you get here and you're saying, hey, I'm going to take that route, many persons will not even understand what you're saying, right? Because it's pronounced route, right? Another word that I found very, very interesting was in Jamaica, we say cucumber. I know we probably mispronounce it, but here in Canada, it's cucumber. And I remember having this conversation with a few coworkers of mine, and we just laughed over it because I'm like, cucumber. And by the way, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about the fruit slash vegetable cucumber that you eat. Yeah. Here in Canada, it's cucumber. Remember, I told you guys that you have to slow down the way you speak. I guess this is an example of what that is. It's cucumber, which of course I still even find it strange when I go to the store and I'm like, hey, can I get some cucumbers? They're like, what? I'm like, cucumbers. They're like, oh, okay. Another word is envelope. We say envelope. We say envelope. I think most persons in the world say envelope, but I find that they say envelope, envelope. I'm like, envelope. Anyways, that's just some of the words, right? The longer you're here is the more you'll adapt and the more you'll understand. But come with an expectation to know that your English, it's gonna be a very high possibility that it's different English than where you're going. Each province have different slangs, has different pronunciations, has different way of speaking, and you have to be able to be willing to adapt and stuff like that. Now, in Jamaica, you go to the supermarket, you take up what we call in Jamaica a trolley, right? But here, if you should say, hey, can I get a trolley? They don't know what you're talking about. It's called a grocery cart. It's called a grocery cart. That's what it is. And of course, that's the proper name of saying it, both in Canada and the US and probably other parts of the world. But I'm being very honest. In Jamaica, we know that as trolley. But here, it's grocery cart, right? Another thing is soda. Every soda is known as pop. So, for example, if you want bottled soda, a canned soda, it's all known as pop. So you have a 5-liter pop, which is the big bottle. You have a canned pop, which is the small one. So soda is known as pop. So if you hear people say, hey, burger and a pop, it's really just soda. Hey, can I get a 5-liter pop? It's really just a big soda. Can I get whatever, right? That's what it is. Now, every gym shoes is known as a runners. So, hey, can I get a pair of runners? Gym shoes, off the bat. So that's like an unspoken Alberta language. Runners is gym shoes. Different slangs. Right on. Oh, absolutely. Off the bat. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's crazy. These are slangs that are used daily to show emphasis, to show different things, different situations. But these are some of the most used slangs here in Alberta. Almost everyone uses one or more of these slangs on a daily basis. Someone agrees with you, they're gonna be like, oh, absolutely. Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Someone is just being like whatever, they're just gonna be like, oh man, that's crazy. That is like spoken daily. Or right on. Tell me about it, right? These are stuff that I didn't like really know that I'd be saying prior to moving to Alberta. But yeah, that's just some of the language that you guys are gonna have to contend with. That's some of the language that you guys are gonna have to deal with. And those are some of the stuff that you guys are gonna have to transition into. So if you're interested at all in moving to this wonderful province, please smash that like button. If you're watching from anywhere in Canada, let me know in the comment section if there's any words that I said that you guys pronounce differently. If you guys have a different accent from what Alberta is, or if you guys just generally want to share your feedback, definitely do that in the comment section right down below. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel and smash that like button. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. I really hope that you guys got some information that was useful, and see you guys in the next video. Peace.